Alright, so this is another episode of Boosters and Timelapses, and today we have Psyduck in the spotlight, and there are 3 reasons for that. 1, Psyduck is awesome, 2, Psyduck is really cute, and I've been watching a lot of Pokemon Concierge. So let's just open some boosters, and I also hope that you'll like the timelapse drawing at the end. And the first pack today is Astral Radiance, and I don't really like this set that much, but it has a common Psyduck, so here we go. And yeah, unless we pull a Psyduck or something crazy in the first 2 packs, I just want to talk a bit about Pokemon Concierge, because I've been having a lot of fun watching that lately, and if you don't know what it is, then I'll just set the scene for you. So, imagine that you've been grinding day and night out in the tall grass to get those extra 10 levels before your next batch. Your Pokemon has been paralyzed, burned, poisoned, and confused, and the only attack it has left is a single flash. Don't you think that your Pokemon deserves a little vacation? Well, then you can spend some of your hard-earned battle money on an all-expenses-paid trip for your Pokemon to the Pokemon Resort. And who are there to greet you? Wait, I'll tell you after to see if we can get something here at the end. And we get a Hisuian Voltorb, and a Glameow, and a reverse Magnezone. And let me just speed this up a bit because I'm looking at this Magnezone for way too long. And we get a Typhlosion V. And I know that this is the Hisuian Typhlosion, but it still really takes me back to Pokemon Gold and Silver, because I played those games like crazy when I was a kid. Also, let me just speed through this part as I proceed to handle this Typhlosion like I just pulled a Gold Star Rayquaza. But yeah, I also recently bought a Nintendo DS in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, because I can't remember that much from the old games and I really just want to experience them again. Now we have 151, and I really just want to pull that illustration rare Psyduck, and as you can see, I already have it, but I would still love for us to pull one. But back to Pokemon Concierge, because there to help your Pokemon recover is a girl named Haru and a Psyduck. And in the 3rd episode, Haru and Psyduck are for example helping a Magikarp that can only swim with a pool float, and they're receiving a high-speed chase with a Dragonite and a Winkle. But that's not all the show is about. There are also strange cuts to Haru in Black and White having existential crises and questioning all her life decisions. Not really sure what that is about, or why I'm mentioning it, or why they included it. But oh well. And in the 4th episode, which is probably my favorite episode, they are helping a shy Pikachu. And without spoiling too much, I have to admit that my eyes maybe even got a little misty at the end. But enough about Pokemon Concierge. Definitely go check it out if you need something that is very chill and easy to watch. And we have a Dugtrio, and a reverse Staryu, and a reverse Venonat, and we get a Vaporeon, which is a beautiful card, and Vaporeon is also my favorite of the first 3 evolutions. It's no longer in my top 3 though. Sorry Vaporeon. But yeah, let me just speed up while I tidy up and grab a sip of coffee. And the last pack is Distant Rivals, and I'm really just hoping for Misty Psyduck, but the uncommon Psyduck would also be nice. And top marks for whoever designed that card, cause Psyduck is looking even more derpy than usual. And we have a Fighting Energy. And then we have Cynthia's Roselia, and I think this area might be from Legends Arceus, or at least it reminds me of an area in Legends Arceus. And then we have Team Rocket's Porygon, and a Heat Rotom, and Marnie's Impidimp, and we get a Steven's Metang, which reminds me that I've started watching a few Nuzlocke videos, and I feel like I keep hearing that Metagross is an absolute beast. And I'm actually also thinking about maybe starting my own first Nuzlocke, because it just looks like a lot of fun, so yeah, maybe I'll do that soon. Oh, and we have something. And it's a Nidoking EX. And yeah, not really a big fan of these kinds of EXs, but still a nice hit. So we got a Vaporeon and a Hollow Darkness Energy and a reverse Magnezone. And then we got a Team Rocket's Nidoking EX and a Hisuian Typhlosion V, and I'm definitely the most excited about the Hisuian Typhlosion V. But yeah, that was it for the boosters, and now it's time for the time-lapse drawing.